So just be comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
I'm starting to sound like an expert, even though I'm really not. But yeah, I suppose we'll get started. So we're here with Sam from Our Brewery.
Yep,
And
Our Brewery in Randalstown.
are you part of Geterbrewed as well, or do you stay away from that bit? Or just Our Brewery?
No. As a small business, I was actually counting before it came on. There's 15 of us. I am an Our Brewery worker.
Yeah.
But we help out all over the place.
Yeah.
One day I could be canning. One day I could be doing sales calls. One day I could be helping out in the warehouse, pack orders. With your small businesses, everybody helps out.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, everybody does about everything. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it keeps you busy being able to do everything.
Yeah, especially when you see, a brewer down packing order,
Yeah.
Johnny and Deborah down, our owners down packing orders.
Yeah.
You're going, oh well, if they're down here, I'm down here. Everyone, one team, battle together.
Yeah.
Let's get through this. No, definitely.
I bet it makes the sales in a way quite a little bit easier as well, like your main role, in that you can walk around and be like, I can these. Like,
Yeah.
there's that extra bit of love to it,
Yeah.
rather than being like, I just turn up and I just try and sell you the product. It's like,
No,
you're selling something that you've made, so you
Yeah.
get that extra little bit of love to it, I suppose.
Everyone gets an input.
Yeah.
From the names of the beer to what beer we're thinking about in the future.
Yeah.
What can we can? What can we put in the barrels? It's very much a team effort.
Right, okay.
It's not as if one person has the idea and right, we'll go with them.
Yeah.
Johnny, Mike, Morgan, Kuan, everyone puts all their ideas together.
Yeah.
And we come to a conclusion together.
Right, okay.
As well, of where we want the beer to go, how we want it to look, where the
Yeah.
brand will go. Definitely, it's a team effort, and it's a really nice thing to be a part of as well.
Yeah.
Because as you say, like I can look at a beer and be like, or Morgan named this, or I thought about the hops and this beer, or are we going to do a hazy or a lager or a stout? It's nice to collaborate with everybody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's really good, really good.
Yeah, when doing that decision making and stuff, is it like a whole team meeting kind of thing, or would you just be walking through the brewery one day and be like, I think, you know what, we should use these hops with this yeast strain and we'll call it this, and then you just go to like one of the other guys and be like, we should do this, or is it kind of like an ideas board kind of situation?
Oh, there's ideas boards. There's big ideas boards. Yeah, but no, a lot of time, Johnny will like call us in and be like, if there's 3 or 4 of us in a room, 5 of us in a room, they'd be like, right, what do you think about this? Like, let's have a chat about this. See where that can lead. Some things happen by accident. I remember our head brewer Mike. He was an avid home brewer before. Before he was our head brewer, and he had a beer at home. He brewed and he brought it in. He was like, just try this, and it was hopped with like Citra, Motueka, a few different things. And I had a taste of it. I was like, that's unbelievable. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But on ChatGPT, I was like, what other beers have these hops? What can these be similar to? And we didn't find a whole lot. So that's one on the drawing board at the minute. I'm
Right,
like,
okay.
I was like, I've said to Mike a few times, I was like, we need to run with this.
Yeah.
This is going to be good. So it can happen really organically,
Okay, yeah.
or it can be a lot of idea boards. Let's get 5 or 6 together. Let's talk about it, and it goes from there.
Yeah.
A lot of time you have to be realistic as well, though. We can't just bounce about and go, I want a coffee, marshmallow, peanut butter porter. He's like, well, is it going to work?
You gotta kind of keep it within the boundaries.
Yeah.
Would there be a lot of like experimentation then with that? Could you be like, oh, I've got this idea, it's a little bit crazy, maybe not as crazy as marshmallow porter, that's something that you've never done before, but if you had an idea for something that's slightly different, is there like experimentation, as in like, do you make a small batch, can it taste it, or is it a case of let's talk about it first and then let's go make however many cases of it?
We have done that. We have had, well, Geterbrewed is a homebrew supply store.
Yeah.
So we have had certain beers we can be like, I wonder if this would work. Go downstairs, get a beginner beer kit, make a small batch.
Yeah.
And then over the next few days, just watch it, see how the yeast reacts, see how the wort's coming along, see how everything's working together to see if we can get the outcome we want.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we do. And once we figure out how it would work on a smaller scale, then we see if it will be achievable on on the microbrewery side.
Yeah.
You know, which can be a bit more difficult. You can get things to work on a small scale,
Yeah.
and then go to a much larger scale, and you can figure out small things that you maybe didn't think about. It's like, oh, this didn't work, but that didn't work, which has happened.
Yeah.
And we've went, you know, I suppose every brewery, every distillery has went,
Yeah, he has on the bit.
we're gonna have to pour all this beer down the tree and start
That
again.
must be heartbreaking.
Aye, yeah.
Is there anything that you could do with that though? That I don't know the ins and outs of, like, I drink a lot of beer, but I don't know the ins and outs of how beer's made as such.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you can do at that point where it's like, this hasn't worked? Because, like, with, like, let's say whiskey, maybe if it hasn't worked, you might blend it into another whiskey, or try finishing it off in a different barrel to try and impact the flavor. Is there anything you can do with, like, craft beers, or is it a case of, this is terrible, let's just bin it?
I think, unfortunately, it is sort of this is terrible, we have to bin it. With things like whiskies and stuff, because you distill and you know, everything is basically killed with the level of alcohol.
Yeah.
With the beers set at such a nice temperature for fermentation, and some esters and funky things can create in the beer, and it's very difficult to get them out again. Okay. You know, because you're crashing them back down to lower temperatures, and they're just gonna live in it. Yeah, it can be difficult to salvage. Maybe with certain beers, a couple of things you could help, but I think most of the time it's a goner.
It's just it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Aye.
But I imagine someone as experienced as Johnny, I doubt there's that many beers that have gone that wrong.
No.
For you guys, I think.
No, as I say, well, I've been here in a year and a half now. That's happened once.
Right. Okay.
Once.
I think that's a pretty good success rate with the beers you put out as well. So
and do you know what? It wasn't even. It was being perfectionists. It wasn't even anything huge.
It was sellable, but not under your name.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But yeah, that's exactly it.
No, fair enough. So you have a core range that has been going since you started.
Yes.
Talk to us a bit about that. Which one?
Yeah. So we have been brewing since 2021.
Yep.
You know, a great year to start a brewery straight after a worldwide shutdown. But we started brewing in 2021, and that started with our 4 core beers, which is our Pressure to Pick Pilsner, our Modern Love Pale Ale, our Do You Wanna Funk New England IPA, and our Once in a Lifetime Oatmeal Stout. These were the beers to, 4 core beers to get ourselves going, get our name out there, let people know we're Our Brewery, we're from Randalstown, we're a rural brewery, and we want to just get our name out there, really.
Yeah.
And all 4 beers are still core cornerstones of Our Brewery. Like our Pressure to Pick is still winning awards. Our Modern Love, Do You Want a Funk are still great sellers. The Oatmeal Stout is a cornerstone of the brewery, as I said. Those 4 have really set us up well to go on and do more exciting things, which I feel like every brewery has to do. More recently, you've seen some bigger breweries maybe not take as many chances as smaller breweries, some of the things we would do would be a bit more out there, a bit more experimental, maybe not focus so much on sales and revenue, whereas some breweries can maybe put out safer beers, I would say. Not bad in any way.
Do you think like, going back to the throwing out the beer?
Yeah.
Like, do you think other breweries would have released it just to be like, I can't lose this kind of thing, whereas you feel like you could have taken that loss?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think every brewer, every distiller is a perfectionist at heart, like big time. I think there's not very many people who would release something. But that's not to say, we've all had beers from breweries and they've not been great. Yeah. Something's maybe went wrong in the canning line, a bit of bacteria, it's oxidized. Yeah. At the end of the day, craft beer are mostly independent retailers. So something's going to go wrong somewhere, and you can't.
Well, even you saying you've got 15 staff members, I think it's quite a large.
Yeah, and that's 15
large staff base compared to some other breweries that we work with. So
15 between Geterbrewed and Our Brewery.
Our
brewery, 5 or 6
Yeah, I say it's probably about average, to be honest.
Yeah, and actual brewers, 2.
Yeah, which is...
Well, sorry, 3 as well as Johnny. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Johnny's extremely busy. But he's definitely still brewing. He was brewing last weekend, so
Right,
there you go. There you
I like, having spoken to Johnny a few times, I just imagine it would be more tough trying to get him away from it sometimes. If he has an idea, I feel like he would want to see it through all the way. I feel like he's that kind of guy that would just like, this has to be right all the time.
Jonathan,
and I just want it to be perfect.
Jonathan and Deborah, like working for Jonathan and Deborah, like it's absolutely brilliant because from top to bottom they cover everything. Like I said earlier, I could be packing orders and Jonathan would be beside me. Yeah. I could be on the canning line in the brewery. Jonathan will be there. Yeah. Like from top to bottom, everything is gone through meticulously. Yeah. From research to ingredients, logistics, everything from top to bottom. Like it's, I came from working somewhere where the management didn't really care, and it's amazing to work in a family-run independent business. Yeah, like in our 15 between Geterbrewed and Our Brewery, we have 2 married couples. Right. We have 3 father and son teams. Right. Yeah. Wow. We have from people from Harsh and Tachila, Sri Lankan. We have Kuan, who's South African. We have Hernan, who's Chilean. We have Rick, who's Lithuanian, and his son Demantis. We have Jan, senior and junior, who are from Czechia. Wow. We have in one of our staff break rooms as well. We have all the flags from everybody in the business. Wow. And there's so many flags.
I was going to say that would be really interesting.
They're like on the roof. Yeah. They're like behind sofas. They're everywhere. It's class though. You have a serious team of people all working towards.
Yeah, I bet that brings up some interesting ideas when it comes to like creating a new beer as well, because you've got these people from different backgrounds, different walks of life, I suppose. That they're going to bring different flavors. Let's take Guinness is one of the biggest breweries in the world, but you take like the Guinness you have here is going to be different to the Guinness you have in America or South Africa. So it's really cool that you can bring those sorts of flavors and stuff. And
funny you say that, because exactly that happened. So we were talking about our core range. We also have our mixed firm barrel aged range, and one of them is our Erasma kept in a seal. That one. Yeah, it is kiln baked. The mash is baked in the kiln and aged in gold Jamaican barrels, and it is a Lithuanian farm ale. And it is Rick, our head engineer, and his son Demantis. Their names are Rasma, so that's where our beer, the Raspa Keptonus, came from.
That's really cool.
So Rick told Jonathan about the beer he used to make at home. You take the mash and you bake it to create this Maillard reaction. Right. So you've got the malt, lovely and biscuity, molasses, some caramelized notes. Yeah. And Jonathan literally did this in a massive pizza oven. So Rick had to make massive like girders. Yeah, big steel girders to get the mash on, to get it into the pizza oven. And this was I think this was like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. They were doing this. Mike, our head brewer, still tells stories about these nights.
That whole range is really interesting. Because of the things that you have done with beer. That's something that we have never seen before. So me and Paddy were there at Sleepy Hollow for the I was going to say release night, the right word for it? Yeah. And we tasted through every single one of them, and we thought they were fantastic, every single one of them. A bit more expensive than your usual beers that you see on the shelf, but that's coming from the fact that they're so different. The fact that some of them take a lot longer to make. Is it the Terra Nocta, which is like 18 months barrel aged? Yeah. Like it takes a lot longer to make them, and they're worth the money. They're
as I said earlier, but maybe some breweries not taking as bigger risks as we would. Yeah, that would be what I'd be talking about. Yeah, them beers are something that is they're actually pioneering for the breweries in like Ireland and the UK. Yeah. some will have similar beers, maybe aged in similar oak or similar ingredients, but as fermentation and time wise, like ours are pretty special. They are pretty special, and I think that has came across in the awards they've won.
Yep.
So in the last couple of months, we've been really lucky to be awarded a good few awards for these beers, specifically from the World Beer Awards and the Great Taste Awards.
Yeah.
So firstly, the Great Taste Awards are awards from the Guild of Fine Food. So these are industry, I think it's over 500 industry experts, judge local produce from all over the UK and Europe.
Yeah.
And this is actually quite interesting because this is specifically a produce competition, not beer.
Right.
So for our 6 beers, I believe 3 of them got 3 stars, and 2 got 2 stars, 1 got 1 star. 1 star is a recognition of achievement, 2 star is outstanding, and 3 star is excellent.
Right, okay.
Quality of produce. As I say, it's quite interesting because these aren't beer judges, so being able to relate to these, it's Guild of Fine Food.
Oh yeah.
For these people to understand that, wow, these beers are particularly excellent, was a really good stamp of approval for us.
Oh yeah, you really good. Stand out.
Yeah, you really have to stand out. And even to the 2 3 stars, which was the Wild Ale, the Captainus, and the Oud Brun.
Yeah,
those are the 3 that got 3 stars. And 2, which was the Oud Brun and the Wild Ale, got put forward for the Golden Fork, which is the winner of the whole thing. Right. We unfortunately didn't win, but another
to be put forward to that is incredible. Like, you see them stamps everywhere on like different things. So like, there must be a lot of products that they've gone up against to get to that point. So
I think we were actually the first business to have 3 3-star products in 1 year.
Wow.
I think to get 1 3-star product, you have to be in the top 1.6% of all entries, and we had 3.
Yeah.
So even though we didn't win, I think the awards, the awards dinner, they give us a little shout out. They were like, by the way, our brewery got 3 3-star awards, which we were over the moon with.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks later, we had the World Beer Awards, which I'll be honest, came sort of under the radar because we were sort of like, we never win these things. So we always enter them, and as you should, because they're a great thing to enter. They're great for publicity.
Yeah.
They're great for just getting recognition. And it's a bit different to the Great Taste because you enter your beers by style.
Okay.
And what happens is Ireland will have like best lager, best IPA, best session, and then you'll go on to battle the rest of the world.
Right, okay.
So we were really lucky to get 7 Ireland Golds, and 2 went on to the against the rest of the world. And our 2 that went were the Oud Brun, the Flanders Red, and the Saison, or Saison, which both won best style for this year, which is unbelievable to get that sort of recognition. To sort of explain how crazy that is, a small brewery from Randalstown produced 2 Belgian beers and beat producers in Belgium for for the rest of the world, for the style award for the year, which we were blown away. We were so blown away. Nobody was at the awards ceremony. We did.
Johnny not go on Skype or something, put him on a big projector or anything?
I think Johnny was getting messages about it. He was like, you've won a style award for the year, and then like 10 minutes later you've won another one, and we were like, oh my goodness,
didn't believe it.
We were honestly blown away by those two awards, to be honest. And not only like our barrel aged series, like our hazy IPA, our Hang Up Your Hang Ups won Ireland's best session. Our Do You Want a Funk? It was best New England / milkshake category.
Right,
Like we had so many different ones pick up awards, but to get them 2 big ones, like they were unbelievable recognition.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Talking about like fine foods and stuff like that, I remember that night in Sleepy Hollow, Johnny described the beers as kind of like the beer equivalent of like a fine wine, and it's really good with food. Do you find that a lot of people have kind of mentioned that they found that it's really good with the food, or is that something that's just kind of fell away a little bit? Because I remember that night that like we were making sure, obviously, because we know we go to a lot of wine tastings and stuff like that, so we would drink a lot of wine and with food and stuff like that. So like me and Paddy sat there tasting the beers with the food. It had the same effect as wine would, and I thought that was fantastic.
One of the biggest taglines we have for this range is we aim to bridge the gap between wine and beer. Beer is looked at as like wine's like casual little brother. Obviously, we all love getting home. We all love getting home on a Friday night, grabbing a 6-pack, you know, going through them all. But that wasn't what we created these beers for. These beers are to be savoured. They're aiming to be on a wine list, and as you say, pairing them with foods just elevates that experience. Like I've been to certain places and maybe they've looked at the barrel aged stuff and they're like, oh, I don't know, and then we'll leave you a couple samples, and maybe a week later we're like, we want to pair this with this dish, or we want to pair this with a cheese board, we want to pair this with, you know, a meat selection, and they go so hand in hand. Like any tastings we do, if there's a cheese board or, you know, a little you know, anything like that, really, it just goes perfectly hand in hand. And it's something talking to you know, customers, they would tell us that, like, you know what, instead of buying a bottle of wine this weekend and sharing it, we're like, we will go for the beer. It's something a bit different as well. We're still having that bit of casual, you know, still having that bit of low profile. It's you know,
it's going to take a while as well, being because you are, I don't know if it's happened anywhere else in the world, that style of beer making, but like in this country I don't think anyone's ever done it before. So it's going to take a bit of almost getting used to for people to see that as like, you've almost got to do like, you know how if you go to certain wine tastings you do like a blind tasting. You've always got to kind of do a blind tasting with them, with the food, to almost get people on it. But I can attest that definitely they do go with food and they are fantastic with it as well. And they're very good.
The customer sort of public perception, I always look at the Northern Ireland brewery scene as like we're maybe 2 or 3 years behind the UK. And then if you look at the UK, they're maybe 2 or 3 years behind America. So you can almost look at like, see what's coming in the next couple of years for trends and what's going to be popular. And I would probably say we probably are a bit ahead of the curve, because if you go to, you know, America, like wild ales and mixed fermentation beers are quite the regular. But obviously us producing these in Randalstown, a few people are like,
what are you doing?
What? What, this beer? Why does it cost this much? Like, but you have to. That's me a part of my job, educating people, let them know what type of beer this is, why it's a certain price point. It's, you know, it's been aged in oak fodder. We have got these barrels from the Limousin forest in Bordeaux. We have got these malts from special maltsters in Belgium. Like I could give you a list as long as my arm of the research, the development, and time that has went into these beers.
Was that something that was on Johnny's mind at the start when he was creating Our Brewery? Because the way he talked about it, it kind of felt like that was like his baby, and that was what he always wanted to do. And the rest of Our Brewery, not like it was a way to get money, because I think your beers are definitely more than that. But the 4 original one was a way to kind of, I don't want to say fund it, but kind of fund it at the same way to make it viable to make these other beers.
No, I know what you mean. It's definitely a passion project for Jonathan and Deborah. These beers aren't made to make money. These beers are made to be shared with the brewery community, with the craft beer community. If you noticed, I said we started brewing in 2021.
Yes.
Our barrel aged range came out a year ago in 2024. So those 3 years, the beers were all aging.
Yeah.
So it was a plan.
Yes.
It was a plan from the start to be like, we're making these beers from the start.
Yeah.
But obviously, while those beers are in cask, while those beers are in oak folders,
Yeah.
we need to be making money. So we're going to be having but that doesn't downplay our core range.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't.
Our Italian Pilsner, our Modern Love, our Do You Want a Funk, and the Oatmeal Stout. Especially, I love the lager. The lager and the Modern Love. I don't want to talk down the other two, but they're two of my favourite beers. Like, to have a really good looked after lager.
Yeah.
It's so underestimated and looked over these days.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of craft breweries won't even bother making a lager because they look at it like, why should we go up against the price points of
Budweiser,
Harp, Budweiser,
Yeah.
these places. Or then they might look at Germany and see the beers that are coming over in bottles and going, well, we can't even compete with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lovely middle ground where we can make this lovely lager it for 3 months. It comes out absolutely brilliant with premium ingredients, but also a really nice, attractive price point, which I feel like we've done.
Yeah.
You can go and get other your Harp and your things that have been brewed in one place and said it's from another and things like that.
Yeah, I did know. It was actually a couple of months ago. Something I can't remember the exact wording on the Harp thing, and it says made for Northern Ireland or something like that.
Yeah.
But the made is in big bold and Northern Ireland's in big bold, but the in is in like small letters. Well, it's something like that to make you think it's made in Northern Ireland, but it's not.
No.
It's like made for Northern Ireland. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do think there's a couple of other breweries as well that are kind of moving into that. Like Reraz one that comes to mind whenever you're talking about the lager style and stuff. That definitely there is space for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a big German. I love my German lagers. There's something about them.
Oh, man after my own heart. I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same.
But having said that, having had a few of the Irish ones as well, I think they do compete in a different way. You can't put them head to head because they are different beer. Even if you make them in the same style, there's like the water differences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna impact the flavor and stuff. But I do think some of the Irish stuff is very, very good as well.
Us in Northern Ireland as well, we have like a little micro climate of our own breweries, and I feel like ours are improving at an unbelievable rate. You can go, Belfast is full of them, but you can now go, up to Londonderry, and you've got Rough Brothers and up there. You come round the coast, you've got Lacada, you go down to the border, you've got Mourne. You've got so many great breweries about now. It's like it's awesome seeing the beers coming out every week. It's like I'm on Salty Boy every Friday being like, who's got what? Who's got what? What's coming out?
That's me every Saturday.
Do you know what I mean? Like who's bringing something out, because it's gonna be great. And I listened to a lot of your other podcasts with some of your whiskey distilleries, and they talked about like competition and stuff. And like the brewery scene is such a friendly and like cooperative scene. Like I can't tell you the amount of friends I've got in other breweries or collabs we do. If there's a beer fest, I can't wait to get there, get pints to some people you haven't seen for ages. Like it's unbelievable, and you have so many different styles and beers, and
everyone does their own thing as well. It's not like Our Brewery have just released this range of 6 beers that are pushing the boundaries. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and figure out how they've done it so I can copy it and try and make money off it. It's like, okay, they've done that's really cool, but I'm doing this, so I'm gonna carry on doing this kind of thing. I think it's really good. And we talk about like other spirits and everything else. I think we've got a great community generally in this country, and
definitely
I joked with Christian on the Titanic podcast that once we start making wine, the world's screwed, because like we're just gonna corner the market on everything. Like some of the stuff we make in this country is like phenomenal. And on that note, you're teaming up with a local distillery with Titanic to do a tasting for us next Friday. So it'll be exactly a week from when this episode airs. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so for me personally, I think this is the first tasting I've done like local.
Yeah.
I'm usually up in Belfast or you're here and you're there. I'm like, I can't wait to do one in Antrim.
Yeah.
After your 50th year celebration,
Yeah, that
I was
was a
like,
good day.
awesome. I can't wait to do another one here. So yeah, we'll be doing it with Titanic.
Yeah.
I'll be really excited to show everybody our Terra Nocturne,
Yes.
our Imperial Stout that we had a little collaboration with Titanic with it.
Yep.
We sourced some lovely bourbon barrels and we stored our Imperial Stout in it for 20 months. And after that was done, we handed it over to the guys at Titanic and they stored their 07 ST special.
Yeah, it is their 7-year-old single malt.
Yeah.
I think it was finished off in those style casks.
Yeah, and they are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And here's a little sneak peek. We are getting those barrels back again.
Oh, really?
And we'll be putting something else in that
Interesting.
again. Yeah. So
That's
that could
really
be
cool, actually.
that could be a little sneak peek, something for people to look out for. But yeah, the tasting night next weekend, next Friday, I can't wait. It's going to be an awesome night.
Yeah,
Really
it
awesome
will
night.
be. It will be a great night. We'll be tasting. We haven't fully decided on what we're going to be tasting, but we will taste a range of different things from both of you guys.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
will be a good one. So
Really
grab your
exciting.
tickets if you haven't.
Yeah,
already.
get them early because
Yeah.
they always go quick. They
Yeah.
always do. They
Yeah,
always go
especially our
quick.
whiskey and beer nights. They always do go quickly, and it will be a fantastic night. And yeah,
Very looking forward to it.
yeah.
Very
Anything
looking forward to
else that you want to cover? Anything new and exciting other than what you just said that could
New
be
and
coming up
exciting.
soon?
Oh, it's we're always flat out. Like we are always flat out. The minute we got our last barrel age project released, like we're straight on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like this isn't those 6 beers. We're not ending things with those 6 beers.
Yeah.
We have more coming. They obviously because these type of beers they take a while. So there's like just last weekend. Jonathan and Mike were doing a couple of tastings, seeing how things were going, getting
Right,
barrels filled. But we have a lot of exciting things coming in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe more recent beer releases. Another sneak peek, we have a hazy IPA coming out really soon.
Lovely.
And this one's going to be 6.3-ish. It's going
Right,
to be a
okay.
bit bigger than a
Yeah.
couple of our hazies. It's going to be tropical. It's going to be citrusy. It's going to be just that beer everyone loves.
Yeah.
That's what it's going
Right.
to be. That's what
That
it's gonna
sounds
be.
right down
There's
my
a-
alley. I
oh,
love like the
it's-
hazy
it's-
style. There's like
yeah.
tropical citrusy flavors. That's,
Yeah, it's going to be
that's-
packaged next week.
okay.
So everyone keep an eye out. Keep an eye out
Yeah,
for
we'll
it.
get that. We'll definitely get that ordered in. Get it
Available
on the
through
shelf.
Salty Boy. Everybody's going to want a taste of it. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll get it on the
definitely.
website so people can order it and everything. We'll have
100%.
that definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for giving up your time. Thanks
Yes.
for coming down.
no problem at all,
And,
mate. Anytime.
Yeah, we'll get the final preparations for next week sorted, and then that'll be
100%.
us into Christmas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's
Thank you very
go.
much.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers.
bud.